morning, everyone. My name is Robert Seifert. I'm a nuclear medicine physician from Essen in Germany. Well, the 8 o'clock meetings are always a bit difficult to start, right? But it's 8 o'clock, and so let's get started. It's my great honor to welcome you to this e-poster session entitled Artificial Intelligence and Radiomics. And we have 18 exciting abstracts and very little time, so let's get started. Just let me briefly recapitulate the rules of this e-poster session. So we have 4 minutes for each presenter, and there will be no questions allowed. Rather, you're encouraged to engage informally after the presentation. So let me introduce the first presentation. It's entitled Deep Learning-Based Classification of Dual Phase F18-CIT PET Images for the Diagnosis of Parkinsonism. Do we have...
Thanks for the kind introduction. Good morning. Our aim of this study was to develop a convolutional neural network for the classification of Parkinsonism based on dual-phase 18F-FP-CIT PET-CIT images. In specific, our categories included normal condition, idiopathic Parkinson's disease, progressive sporadic palsy, and multiple system atrophy. Subjects. This is a retrospective study that involved 388 patients who visited our clinic from 2015 to 2022. The diagnosis of Parkinson's disease was made under the clinical criteria of the UK Brain Bank. As a result, we had 136 normal cases, 112 IBD, 77 PSP, and 63 MSA cases. Acquisition of PET-CT images, we have first intravenously injected 4.1 mb³ of 18F-FP-CIT into the patients. Immediately after the injection, we have acquired our early phase images for 10 minutes. Then, 90 minutes after the injection, we have acquired our delayed phase images for 50 minutes. After the images were acquired, we have resampled all PET-CT images to cell size of 2 by 2 by 1.5 millimeters for computational issues. All ECIT images were rigidly co-registered to corresponding DCIT images using statistical parameter mapping. Of course, we have performed augmentations including, but not limited to, random rotation, random elastic deformation, and random cropping. This is an example dual CIT image from one of our training sets. All images were then cropped to 96 by 96 by 96 before being input to the model. The data were split into train, validation, and test by the ratio 8 to 1 to 1. Let me direct your attention to our very simple convolutional network. It only consists of 3 convolutional blocks, each comprising 1 convolutional layer, batch normalization, and relative activation. Downsampling was performed with max splitting. Results. Surprisingly, our simple architecture achieved 90% accuracy in the dual CIT-based model. However, when only DCIT images were used, the accuracy dropped to only 0.77. Notably, if you look at the confusion matrix for each classifier, whereas DCIT-based model fails to differentiate any MSA cases from other cases, this is the actual and Y is predicted, our dual CIT-based classifier was able to achieve the task at the cost of incorrectly classifying some normal cases. To sum up, using CNN for the classification of 18F-FP-CIT PET-CT images for the differential diagnosis of Parkinsonism is indeed feasible. However, whether that could boost up the diagnostic accuracy of the clinical patients is to be investigated.